Hey, grade 7s. Today we're going to be looking at 9.2, comparing and ordering integers. When we look at this image of a number line here, anytime you get to the left of the 0, the numbers are getting smaller, and anytime you go to the right, the numbers get larger. And basically ordering means where do we put them on the number line? Like is one larger than the other, or the equal, opposites? So let's start off. We're going to graph the following points. So 4. Even though when I look at my number line, I don't see a 4. I see a -4. Wow, there is a 4 there. It means a positive. If you don't see a symbol, it's always a positive because it's to the right of the 0. So this 4 is going to go right over there. Try all these yourselves and see if you can place them on the number line. -2. It's 2 to the left of 0. And just see if you understand this. What is the opposite integer to -2? You should be thinking in your head right now, +2. -1, it's 1 to the left of 0. It's -1. And finally, 2 right there. So when we were to represent positive and negative integers, or which one is larger, which one is smaller, we use two of these symbols, these two symbols here. There's this one and there's this one. And I remember when I was in grade 2, I used to get this confused all the time. And my grade 2 teacher said, think of a crocodile. A crocodile wants to always eat the larger number. And so, got a little crocodile here. The crocodile, between these two numbers, -3 and +3, look at the crocodile's mouth. He or she wants to eat the larger number. And so that's how you represent using these two symbols. Another way to think of it, if you don't like the crocodile, if you're just like you're against amphibians or whatever, the symbol always points to the smaller number. So you can imagine like an arrow and say, ha ha, you're the smaller number right there. So that's the smaller number. It always points to the smaller number. So try this one by yourselves. There's no hint at all as to which one is large. Yes, there we go. The crocodile wants to eat the larger number right there. It wants to eat 12. So we use this symbol to say that. Hey, oh yeah, unlock, sorry. This symbol right here, because 12 is larger than 3. Remember, it points to the smaller number. Even though it's a positive, 12 positives is definitely larger than 3 positives. Try the following. Freeze the Mimeo and then the lesson, and then see if you can do it. So 5 and 5, pretty straightforward. Between 5 and -3, which one is larger? Well, 5 is definitely larger. Between -5 and 3, oh man, between -5 and 3, we're going to point to the little number, and in this case, we're going to point to -5. In this case, even though 8 is a larger number than 3, -8 is actually smaller because it's further down the number line. Remember that number line? You get your 0 here. The further you go this way, the smaller the numbers get. It's counterintuitive, but that's just the way it is. So in this case, -6 and -6 should be pretty obvious. This one, 8 and -2, crocodile wants to eat that +8. -13, -22, the larger, I know again the integer looks larger, but that actually means it's smaller. So we're going to point to the -22 because it is smaller than -13. 19 versus 12, 19 is always going to win. And 19 versus -13, no contest. -13, we're going to point to you. I'll just color this in if you want and say like, haha, you are smaller. You're definitely smaller. And we're going to do a contest tomorrow. Haha. That's it, guys.